everyone, welcome to break. Can we please give a warm welcome to Mr. Sanchez, who came back on campus today. Also, thank you for everyone who participated in the Your Talent Show. Thank you especially to the judges, Ms. Berry, Dr. J, and Mr. Daniel for helping out, as well as Mr. Risto for helping set up.
There will be no general student council meeting today, so enjoy your lunch.
And students first.
All right. So this Thursday is the Frost Soft Championship meet for track. So leave your class ask. So freshmen and sophomores who are participating, ask to leave your classes at 1:45. Right? Okay. Thank you.
So today I'm launching a project I've been working on for a really long time. It's called Study Hub, and it's a central library for study resources all around York. It's designed to encourage sharing across York by making it easy for everyone to contribute their valuable work and to find help and other study resources for those late night study sessions. Study Hub is by students for students, which means that everything on there is tailor-made for York classes and York school. And let's see. So if we can all get this going, it'll be an invaluable resource for all of us. All you need to do to get started is go to studyhub.york.org and share any notes, tips, helpful websites, or other things you'll think will help your community. So if you guys can all just pitch in a little, this will be a great opportunity to help your community and help yourselves. Thank you.
Submission day on April 12th. So if you are planning to submit to LitMag, if you've been hiding your angsty poetry from us all year because you're afraid to submit it, now is the time to do it because we do cap submissions. And if you're a visual artist, we're still looking for lots of visual art for LitMag. We basically don't have anything. For literary things, we have a magazine, but we would like more visual art in it. So you can send that in JPEG format to litmag, L-I-T-M-A-G, @york.org, or you can talk to me, or Ms. Godoy can help you do that, or any of the art teachers. Thank you very much.
Yeah! York Girls Lacrosse has a game tomorrow against Carmel at 4 o'clock. So girls, please change out into your white jerseys tomorrow at work jobs, but there's no need to get out of class early. And everyone come and support us tomorrow. Thank you. Woo!
Alright, so prom is this Saturday, and and due to popular demand, we're extending prom until midnight. And so prom is now from 8 o'clock to 12 o'clock this Saturday at Wave Street Studios in Monterey. We're going to have a lot of awesome food and great music. There's a song request form on Haiku. And we're selling tickets this week. During lunch, we're selling singles tickets for $45 and couples tickets for $75. We will not be selling couples tickets at the door. So please come and buy your tickets for prom. Yeah.
dad's car, after basketball practice in the 6th grade, pain shot through my leg like a bullet. It was as if I had a needle inside of my ankle, penetrating my bone as I walked. Gasping, I asked my father to help me into the house. That afternoon, I sat in the bathtub, cold and sweating with a fever. Upon that night, my dad took me to the hospital, where the nurses found nothing abnormal except for extreme swelling in my ankle. The next afternoon at the hospital, a doctor took an MRI of my leg. I had a bone infection in my right ankle. Bone infections can be extremely dangerous because if the staph infection in my ankle entered my bloodstream, I would be put into a critical condition. When we arrived back at the hospital that night, I was placed in a curtained room with medical instruments on the left and right side of my cot. My ankle was really large right now, so really big. The last moment I remember from that night was a tall doctor and a kind man holding my hand as the needle broke the skin of my ankle. The rest of the night was filled with darkness and beeps. I woke in the morning to see a needle pumping antibiotics into my arm and a nurse about to stab another needle into my wrist. The next few days were pain-filled, but that's not what I want to focus on. For all the pain and frustration that swirled around my head throughout my time in the hospital, there was love to combat it as well. Many of my friends came and sat by my bedside when I was in the hospital, and my parents slept with me every night. If I wasn't visiting with friends, I was probably watching a movie. I stayed in the pediatric ward, and the pediatric ward took up one hallway of the hospital. My room was 3 doors down. The moment I remember most from the whole experience was having my sister and my grandma wheel me around the artificially lighted hallways of the hospital. The wheels on the wheelchair squeaked, and I laughed as I yelled, "Push me faster!" I was never alone throughout my whole time in the hospital. I find it ironic how much a bad experience can make you appreciate your loved ones most. I don't remember pain from the hospital. I remember love. Thank you very much.
So the Big Sur Marathon is coming up and we need volunteers. So it's on April 30th. We'll be handing out permission slips sometime soon and they'll be due on April 12th.
And Maddie, Sharp, and Sammy will have a sheet that looks like this, and they're going to pass it out outside. So make sure to grab one.
What quarter is it? What grade am I in? I'm a 4th quarter senior. That means I'm lazy, I'm tired, and I'm working. I mean, it doesn't make much sense, but I'm working really hard. It also means that I suck at planning and that today is a C day for Guild, but we're doing absolutely nothing. We're literally just chilling, so...
Alright, so I'd like to announce the rest of the candidates. So let's go ahead and go with the candidates for president. So you want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, my name is Michael Hine and I'm running for student body president.
Hi. I'm running for president.
Okay, his name is Jojo Bowen. Okay, those running for tech officer, do you want to go ahead and introduce yourself? Tech officer.
I'm Lincoln DeBoer.
And I'm Joseph Burks.
And we're running for tech officer.
I'm Jack.
And I'm Kyle.
And we're running for tech officer.
Alright, so we've introduced all the candidates. Remember, check the library again for their profile sheets. This So it's unusual. During tutorial, you're going to come here and we're going to listen to speeches on Friday. And then Monday, in your grade level meetings, we'll have elections. All right, so try to be an informed citizen and voting. Thank you. Tomorrow morning, as some of you already know, if you're in an AP class right now, or if you have signed up to take an AP exam, in the morning tomorrow at 8:30, I'm going to start right at 8:30 in the theater, and we're going to just fill out the pre-administration materials. If you are in music, then you need to go to your music and come in the afternoon during tutorial, and we'll have a second pre-administration administration. So, mañana, I was gonna say. So tomorrow, please come if you're in an AP. Thanks.
TEDx York School is on in November, and you guys could be speakers at TEDx. Applications are live. They're due May 1st. Go to york.org/TED to apply.
The course selection portal is now available within academic records. You can make your course selections for the coming school year. Please do so by the end of this month. And if you have questions, or if you'd like to have a meeting with either myself or Ms. Maston, please reach out to us so that we can give you the help that you'd like. Thanks.
Okay. Let me apologize to my colleagues if we go into third period a little bit here. It's not that often I stand up to give a break announcement. I feel like this one's pretty important, so I wrote some stuff down. I just want to acknowledge a group that was out this weekend that I think is deserving of a lot of attention that they don't necessarily get. Robotics doesn't get the hype that other team sports do. Even though it requires more time, it's definitely a higher level of commitment. It requires the same kind of teamwork that you would have for a sports team. Definitely a willingness to set aside egos and figure out how to work together, both in the lab here and when we go off to competition, in that we're randomly assigned partners to play with. So we have to learn how to play with them 1 minute and then against them another minute. So let me start this off by saying that the robotics team itself did not place as well as we had hoped to do in the competition. We're all disappointed in the outcome, not in ourselves and what we accomplished, but in the number that tells us where we ranked relative to other teams there. We built the best robot we've ever built, and we ended up ranked lower than we've ever been ranked. It wasn't because of a dysfunctional robot or a poor drive team or anything related to that. In fact, I think, honestly, that we had one of the best drive teams at the competition, and we never had to make a single repair to the robot over the time period that we were there. Actually, the first day up there, we'd have to pass inspection, which took, in previous years, pretty much the whole day and into the next day. We had passed that within an hour. We made it to all of our practice matches, and 3 more in addition to that, a total of 6. In total, for the previous years, we had only made it to 1 practice match, in which case we tore the arm off the robot and then Miss Moneypenny and Mr. Raymond, and I know Miss Torg was watching online, they can attest to the level of competition at the Silicon Valley Regional, which is the competition we go to. It's arguably the most competitive regional in the country. The top teams there usually go on to win the international competition. It's pretty much like the state championship in an athletic event, except all schools compete against each other regardless of size, which means that our tiny team of 13 and 3 mentors, we're competing against teams of 50 to 100 that have 15 to 20 mentors working with them. And without getting into the details of how the ranking system works, here's a little story that pretty much sums up our weekend. In our first qualifying match, we lost by 5 points, 235 to 240. which is a high score. I believe that's above the average score for the weekend. Except in our 3-robot alliance, only 2 robots were working. One of them was broken down from the beginning. It was just us and another team. And the one that was broken down happened to be broken down in a zone that the other team uses. So when the other team ran into them, it was a 25-point penalty. And we lost by 5. That was pretty much the story of the weekend. It just goes to show that you can't plan for everything there. Regardless of that, this team came out every match. They handled themselves with poise. They kept their heads up. They did everything they could to keep improving the robot, to keep talking to other teams, and to get the best performance they could, and to support every alliance the best they could that they played on. Again, I truly believe that JoJo was likely the best driver at the whole competition itself. He worked in tandem with Ryan and Lexiel and Kevin and other operating functions of the robot. Laura was one of the better airship pilots, so on the field there were these ships and the airship pilot had a lot of interaction with the robots themselves. There were times where other Alliance teammates weren't the best airship captains. And Laura would continually give up her spot because they said they had more experience. But one of the things we learned here is that we are a great team and we need to have more confidence in ourselves and to put our foot down and say that we want to do it. So everyone else involved played a huge role in supporting, coaching, scouting, contributing to strategy and design when we needed it. I wouldn't have wanted to be a part of any other team, and I say that with the utmost respect and highest regard for the 13 students that we had there. And all of those who contributed to ideas, prototype, application, design, operation. I am very proud of the group and of the robot we took to competition. So could those 13 that were there this weekend please come up? As well, so you can see it. There's more to say here. Let JoJo see. Okay, so let me just say that the weekend involves student participation at all levels, well beyond just designing and operating the robot. We have to scout teams, engage with each other, strategize, and beyond that, this group has to be ready and eager to talk to inspectors, judges, industry sponsors, and a host of others that just randomly swarm the pit area. There's no preparing for it, they just come over. They have to talk about the robot, how they ended up with this design. They have to talk about the team dynamic, and everything really that facilitated their participation in getting to that event. Without being there and seeing it for yourself, there's really no way I can put it in perspective. It's massive and it's intense. And I think intense is the right word for it. But just because we didn't finish high in the rankings doesn't mean that the robot itself wasn't noticed by these people that they've been talking to. There are 2 awards given at the event, only 2, for machine design. One of those is called the Industrial Design Award. And the Industrial Design Award celebrates form and function in an efficiently designed machine that effectively addresses the game challenge. And these are the bullet points listed for the award. The design is elegant and efficient and practical. The entire machine reflects a system design approach, meaning the overall machine design addresses all functional systems that must operate together. Designing the machine contributes to the team's success in FIRST, not just in performance on the field of competition, and to the alliances that they're part of. Reliability and maintainability are considered in the design. For example, is it capable of withstanding the rigors of the contest and is servicing easy? And the entire machine design or the process used to develop it is worthy of the recognition, not just a single component. So again, I remind you that we are at the Silicon Valley Regional, home of tech and design giants like Apple and Google. So to me, receiving an award for machine design is perhaps more significant than any achievement and ranking, and I'm proud to say that this team received the 2017 Industrial Design Award at the Silicon Valley Regional. Our team number. All teams have a number that stays with them, and it just, for example, there's a team 8. The smaller the number, the longer you've been doing this. Some of the newest teams, Catalina, Stevenson's a newer team. Selena's had a team this year. They're in the 6,000s. So our number of 5,171, we're a brand new team, pretty much. So I think this is even more significant to be there. There were 60 teams at the competition. We've climbed too many times already.